Hi guys, happy Tuesday. Yeah, January 5th. So today we're going to be talking as we continue to go into maps and success. One of the things that we talk about when we talk about success is thinking ahead and life planning. So, life planning means to sit down and think about where you want to go, career that you want to take, what are the goals that you want to take for success, what kind of person you want to be. So you're going to watch this video, and I want you to think about what could Jonathan, he's the example in this, have done to avoid the path he went down. And I just really want you guys to think about the steps that they have on here, because life planning is important. Today, we're going to be talking about career building. Like I said, we're talking about life planning, and life planning really is to sit down and lay everything out. And so, when we think about life planning and we think about career building, we want to think about actually these 6 thoughts, which are don't procrastinate. Okay, because you cannot be too young. Remember yesterday, the video that we watched said, you can always change the scenery of the hike you want to go on later. But the later you wait to pick an initial destination, the harder it's going to be. So don't procrastinate. Start thinking about it now. No one's too young to think about it. You guys think about it from the time you're like 2. I want to be this. I want to be that. In the case of my little brother, I want to be a bird. That's not how his life ended up. But, he was dreaming. And that's part of career building. That's part of life planning is dreaming. Expand your knowledge. You can never know too much. So all successful people, if you look at one of the traits of a successful person, is they read every day. They read so many different things. They're so eclectic. And eclectic means that you have many different interests. So go ahead and read, research, watch videos. Just expand your general knowledge. Stay up to date. When we're staying up to date, and I'm getting all of this from, it's called Top Careers. And you guys can go ahead and read through this if you want. But when it's talking about staying up to date, guys, it's talking about the future. Like, stay up to date with new technology, stay up to date with what's going on with science, with research. You never want to sit there and say, oh, well, I didn't know that. Especially as you get older, guys, I know you sit there and say, well, I'd never do this. I know so many people who sat there and they said, oh, yeah, I used to be really great at computers. I was the top in my class. And then nowadays, because they didn't keep up with it, they don't know how it works anymore. Pay attention in science and math classes, guys, because there's so many different careers and so many different opportunities that involve science and math that if you don't work at those, when you get to that point where maybe it's interesting, it won't be an option anymore. I know myself, I really liked chemistry, but I never went into something with chemistry because I didn't keep up with math. And one of the big things with chemistry, well, is math, specifically fractions, actually. So, you really want to pay attention in those math and science classes. Don't forget about internships. Internships are jobs that you get that give you experience in the real world. Whether it's you want to be an entrepreneur, so maybe your internship is actually having a business mowing lawns. My godson is doing that. He's your age. And so he's learning how to make his own money. Or maybe you want to work in a forensics lab like my sister-in-law or my dad. And so my sister-in-law actually got an internship working in the Austin forensics lab, and now she's got a job through it. Or my cousin was an internship with NASA. Like, there are so many different internships. The more internships you go to, the more you have an idea of what you want. And if you're too young to do an internship, do space camps, or UTSA does science camps in the summer. So look at camps, do writing camps, whatever you can to really kind of get a grasp on what you like. And it's never too late to start. So if something goes wrong and you don't think about it now, well, when you're my age or Mr. Reynolds' age or up and up and up, it's not too late to start and to dream. There are so many people out there that have started over when they're in their 60s, 70s, 80s, and have done what they wanted. But you're going to get a more fulfilling life the earlier you do it. So today, what you guys are going to be doing is you're going to go, it's called My Next Move. And you are going to write down one career that interests you from each category and tell me why it is interesting to you. So when you click on it, it'll have you start it. And as you go through, it's going to have you say strongly dislike, unsure, like, or strongly like. And so you don't want to think about if you have enough education or training. You guys don't. You're in middle school. It doesn't matter how much money you would make. Don't think about that. Just think about whether or not you like or dislike the job. For instance, doctors make a lot of money, but I think I'd be miserable as a doctor. And there's no right or wrong answers, guys. So then you're just going to go through it. Okay, building kitchen cabinets. I don't know if I would really like that. Lane brick or tile? No. Developing a new medicine? No. Well, maybe actually, because I like chemistry. Ways to reduce water pollution? No. Write books or plays? Oh, yes. Play a musical instrument? Yeah. And you just kind of keep going, okay? And it'll take you to, as you go through these, and I'm just going to randomly click, guys. It's 5 pages, okay? And I want you to really think about what you like. This is all based on you. There is no right or wrong answers, guys. Okay? There are no right answers. It won't let you click on the next one until you click on the first one. Okay? So again, I'm just clicking around because I want to show you guys what it looks like. So my answers may be a little skewed because I'm not clicking correctly. Meaning I may click on more than a couple of things that sound really cool and they're part of the same grouping, but because right now I'm just clicking around, I may not be clicking something with some of the same groupings. But again, there is no right or wrong answers. When you're done, you can review your unsure answers, or you can just go ahead and click next. And the categories are realistic, investigative, artistic, social, entrepreneuring, and conventional. You can learn more about what those are. And then it's going to say job zones plus interests equals your career. And you can explore little or no prep, etc., etc. And there are 5 job zones, guys. So you're going to select which one you think. I'm going to say 2. Some prep is needed. And it will actually let me click on each one. You want to pull from one from each of the 5 categories. So if I say something that needs little prep, painting, coding, and decorating workers. Okay, I don't really like that. Fishing and hunting workers, maybe. Okay, so you pick one from here, and they'll be more towards your likes and dislikes because you will actually be clicking. The next one, then the next one, 4, and 5. Okay. And like I said, when you're done, you will just open up a Google Docs, or you can do it in your Schoology. Just do number 1, from job zone 1, number 2 from zone 2, 3 from zone 3, 4 from zone 4, and 5 from zone 5. And finally, your DA question is why should you start thinking about the future? And yeah, so we're going to really get into career building and into thinking about our futures. And we can't wait to explore this with you. Bye, guys.